This is the beautiful river that flows through Kennedy Meadows North Campground here. Provided some lovely white noise for me last night. Okay, it's a couple minutes after 9. Just finished the shuttle ride back up the mountain to the trail from Kennedy Meadows North. Pack's slightly lighter. There's no bear can, no microspikes, and we're now going to hike the 3 days to the pickup point for Christy. Fortified by a large breakfast. Just got to work the legs back out and get them used to walking again. 1 day off trail really has an effect, and we'll see what today brings. So today is day 52, hiking the Pacific Crest Trail. Yesterday was interesting because it was the 21st of June, and I started the trail on the 21st of April, so it had been 2 months total time, 51 days. So it was the day of ones. Today is day 52, and with the late start after the shuttle ride, the hope is to get at least, something around 15 miles today to set us up for a couple of just over 20-mile days to get to the rendezvous point. Kennedy Meadows North was quite the place. It's been there for a long time as a pack station. It was part of the original route over the Sierra back when they were doing wagons and oxen. So the shuttle driver gave us a history lesson and showed us the roadbed of the first road they built up here. All with manpower and oxen. Incredible work. And hard to imagine what it would have been like to go over in a carriage or a wagon. They said a lot of people, they say 40% of the people didn't make it, either through dangers, disease, mishap, whatever. It's beautiful up here and sometimes stark, but it's a great way to celebrate and move on from reaching 1,000 miles. So we're at about mile 1,000. I'm going to say 18 now. And we got to go up out of this valley, got to climb to start, and then the terrain starts to get a little easier, which will be great. Made it to the top of the first climb. Quite the view. It looks like we head off that way and down through the pass. Just came up through that little rock gap there. Evidently there's another up and over. And another splendid view. And by the looks of it now, we're going to contour around the mountain. See where it goes. The trail always surprises you. A couple of snow crossings this morning. Little ones. Just enough to remind you that we're happy it wasn't a heavy snow year. So for the last 45 minutes, it's all been snow steps. I post-holed once, and trying to walk down paths that are completely filled up by little streams. So it's been slow going. Looking forward to getting to a stream in about half a mile and taking a break. Hey, it looks like we're finally down below snow line, and the skies are bluing up in the direction we're walking, which I like. They were forecasting rain later today in Kennedy Meadows North, and then for Thursday, there's a chance of thunderstorms ahead where we're going to be hiking. But they should come through in the middle of the night, so we'll be in our tents. Should be able to weather it best. Hey, how's this spot for a break? Been climbing for quite a while. Looks like we're still climbing. So I just took a break by a third waterfall back there, and there was a guy with two dogs, hiking with two dogs. One looked like a little collie mix and had a saddlebag with all the food for the two dogs in it, I think. The other one was a golden lab. And I saw it walk by. I said, hey, sorry, coming over a log. Hey, does your dog have porcupine quills in his nose? And he just laughed, said, yep. It's like the third dog that I've had do this. And he said, it doesn't seem to bother him. He kind of walks around with them. And I know he wants them out, but you got to pull so hard and they're barbed. And it's really quite an ordeal. But that's a hiking first. First time I've ever seen a dog with porcupine quills in its nose on a hike. This mountaintop here is made of entirely different material than the whole rest of the mountain. And this is all granite. Very interesting. is clearly a volcanic dome. There are volcanic features here in the rock that indicate this was very active at some point in history. Volcanic rocks and yellow flowers. Okay, I think I found my campsite. So I want to talk a little bit about campsite selection. So as you look around, you're looking for any dead trees that was already falling that way on something. And then there's a big one over there, but it's likely to go in the other direction. Some of these other sites are tamped earth. They're open to the sky. Hard to get a stake in and not insulated. So I try to find one that's relatively flat with duff, that is all the pine needles and everything on the ground to insulate you, and underneath the trees so you don't get too much condensation at night. This should be very good. Tonight's camp features this view. Running water, and which I've just collected, and now we're walking right over here to where you see the shuttle landed. The Trinity shuttle has landed. Trail mile 1035.4, which means we had a 18.5 mile day today, even though we got started at 9. And we got to camp a little after 5, which is when I like to get here. It's been very pleasant. There are no mosquitoes at all. It's kind of spooky. And it's just kind of cool temperature-wise, which will make for good sleeping. So a lot of up and down today, but of much less magnitude than in the past. So we're able to make good time. I see no problem making the miles in the next 2 days to get to Christie under these conditions. There were a few more snow crossings than we anticipated and some muddy spots, and those take a little time. But just beautiful country and starting to get into the volcanic features, the volcanic domes and the volcanic rocks around. So you can tell that this was very thermally active at one point. Great day, day 52 on the Pacific Crest Trail, and we look forward to tomorrow and day 53. Thanks for hiking with me, and remember, we're doing the impossible, and that makes us mighty.